It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about you almighty, the rise of the internet raccoons. Now we have all took notice of this this collection of African Americans who have chose a route of money over integrity, money over honesty. You know, they have chose to participate actively in white supremacy, which is a shame. Which is a shame, but this has always been happening. You know what I'm saying? There's been raccoons all throughout history. But now, as long as you can post a video and get some views, you getting paid to be a raccoon. So it hit different, you know? So I'm not surprised that the raccoons are showing themselves. It's always good to be aware, but come on, let's get into the video, man. This shit is crazy. I can't even fathom. Oh my God. I can't even fathom living a lifestyle like that, bro. Oh, fuck.
The black community is dealing with more.
Hold on.
The black community is dealing with more raccoons today than we've ever seen before.
It's a broken culture, it's a broken society, and hip-hop is hurting things. Racially motivated police brutality is a myth. It's simply a myth.
When you think about Rosa Parks and what she did, and everybody thinks she's so heroic, do you know Rosa Parks had a car?
And it's one of the reasons why we need to dismantle diversity.
Nigga. The point. Oh, shit. The point went right up, bro. That's not the point. That's not the point, bro. And oh my gosh, bro.
The equity and inclusion.
And I don't want to be around someone who thinks the color of their skin is some kind of defining characteristic, and the most important thing about them.
Such thing as racism is an illusion. It's a lie that's been made up by the race hustler.
And I think a lot of people took notice with Brandon Tatum stepping into Candace Owens' old shoes, of rejecting any black grievance, denying racism or discrimination never played a part in this country.
When does systemic racism stop in America? I don't think there was real systemic racism.
And there is a reason that we're seeing the rise of so many raccoons lately.
All you need is a phone and an opinion white conservative media wants amplified.
Well,
Algorithms reward conflict, and nothing generates conflict like a black face telling other black people they're wrong about their own oppression. It's the most efficient content format the right has ever found because it can't be dismissed as racism when it's coming from one of us.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video.
Nasty.
Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
America was built on a racial hierarchy, not implied, not up for anyone's opinion, but legislated. That hierarchy didn't die, it adopted. Its newest tool isn't a white man in a suit on cable news, it's us.
Bro, I was literally just telling some, I was literally talking to somebody, I was literally talking to somebody about this the other day, bro. I was saying like how the oppression evolved, bro. Yes, we got more rights, but they found more ways to oppress us. You know what I'm saying? You know, through little loopholes and, you know, that colonial knowledge that's seated within their brain, that white supremacy ideology that they adopted, that doesn't just go away. Where did it go? Where did it go? Because we have never, the last time, shit, when was the last time we tried to actively help African Americans? Reconstruction? Was there a time after that in which the government, you know, really tried to play a part in helping with Reconstruction? Was there a time after Reconstruction? Because since then, to my memory, it's been an uphill battle even more. It's been back to square one. You feel me? So it's like, I was just saying, bro, the point I be yapping. The point I'm trying to make is that the oppression evolved. It never went away. It's just hidden better. You feel me?
With a phone, with the mic, and a following. The rise of the digital is the right's secret weapon in the digital age.
That makes so much sense before he even goes into detail. Forbes put out an article earlier this year where it pointed out that bots actually outnumber humans on the internet, especially social media. And the whole point of bots is to push a certain narrative while convincing people that they are actual human beings. It's really no different than these sellout Uncle Ruckus raccoons that we see nowadays. The Officer Tatum's, Hodge twins, Candace Owens is still up there, the Cartier family, Anton Daniels, Andre Williams, and Myron, all of them, right? They are pushing an anti-black American, right-wing, white supremacist MAGA narrative against the black community. And that's how you get them echoing all these same white supremacist talking points, that there was never systematic racism or discrimination, black people are lazy, they need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, all the same shit that we've always been hearing from white people, but now it's coming from black people, and it gives you a certain validity to their audience that it's not a racist person saying it, so it must be true. With the audience not knowing they're getting paid.
Racial capitalism at its finest. You know what I'm saying? You're going to benefit off your blackness. It's been happening forever. Now we got the black folks participating in it. You feel me? It's evolved. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find a way to benefit off your black ass. Hello, we're in America. You feel me? And now they're doing it through the internet. They're doing it through black people feeding this bullshit and reinforcing these ideologies. It's crazy.
To spew this garbage. They don't speak for the black community.
Let's talk about how that happens. 20 years ago, this pipeline did not exist at this scale. You needed a network to put you on air, an editor to approve your column. Now, all you need is a phone and an opinion white conservative media wants amplified. That's the shift. Algorithms reward conflict, and nothing generates conflict like a black face telling other black people they're wrong about their own oppression.
I've been saying the most rewarding content you can make since I've been on YouTube is anti-black content, because their videos explode. They're pushed all through the algorithm because they give a safe space for racists to agree with their racist takes against black people and other minorities. That's why you can go on the Hodge twins, Anton Daniels, or Cartier family's page and see a bunch of black fatigue videos, but they never criticize white people.
It's the most efficient content format the right has ever found because it can't be dismissed as racism when it's coming from one of us. That's the whole business model, not persuasion, but immunity. So here's how this pipeline runs and how we can identify it. Say something that gets picked up by a bigger conservative account. Get invited into a bigger show. Get a platform deal, a book deal, a seat at Turning Point USA. Somewhere in that climb, the incentive shifts because the audience paying for the platform isn't us. It's people who want permission to stop thinking about race as a factor in anything.
Candace Owens finally came out and admitted just that. While she was attacking the black community and making anti-black content, she was pushed hard by Daily Wire and by the system around her.
Do you feel like you were kind of used as a tool earlier in your career?
Absolutely. I know, not feel.
Yeah, Candace always know what's up. She know the game. The thing is, these people aren't totally idiots. Some of them are actually like dumb. You feel me? Like some are actually dumb, but most of these people that participate in this raccoonery on the internet, who actually make a living off of raccooning, they have a certain intelligence about them to where they're able to navigate the space. You feel me? Navigate the space without getting kicked out. You feel me? So it's like, and someone like Candace, who has, did the things she did in her career as a raccoon, you don't get as far as she has raccooning without knowing how to navigate these spaces. So yeah, she know what's up. She knew what she was doing.
It's a fact.
Because when you're critical of, let's say, the black community, they love it, right? That's when you get a platform and you get all the plaudits and speaking engagements.
Which is how you get her talking like this about the black community in front of a white audience.
It's a broken culture, it's a broken society, and hip-hop is hurting things. Racially motivated police brutality is a myth. It's simply a myth. And my frustration is that we are the only community in the world that will riot for our criminals while taking down people that could advance the black community, again, taking down our intellectuals.
And they can't turn around and say they were used because they know they are being used for idiots. They're getting paid well for their services.
Look at Brandon Tatum.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That's honestly so disgusting, bro. Because it's like, it's so much deeper than how they're portraying it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you go out there and you learn about it. It's like, bro, it's not as simple as stop doing crime. You feel me? It's not as simple as just get a job, Especially when you know that the government had an active hand in putting these things in place. It's, oh my gosh, bro. All off of your skin. All off your skin tone. They built the whole system to profit off of you being black. Off a black person. You know what I'm saying? Off of black people. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And the history say it. The history say it. And if you try to deny it, you deny reality. You feel me? Oh my gosh.
Former officer, now full-time commentator who shows up at nearly every high-profile black death with the same conclusion locked in before the facts are.
When does systemic racism stop in America? I don't think there was real systemic racism ever. I do not believe that there's been systemic racism in America that's been the primary reason why black people cannot succeed.
Right. The Nolan Wells case. 18 years old, last seen alive with 3 white friends, found dead 3 days later, conflicting accounts, deleted messages, a family still waiting for answers. And before any of that,
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't even touched that Nolan Wills case. It's like, damn, bro, because it's like, I don't even know how I would like go about it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. It's like I don't even want to get involved with it. Like, it's like, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. RP.
is resolved, Tatum's already on camera insisting race isn't a part of it, platforming the white men Nolan was with to clear them of their ability to be suspects and their strange and bizarre behaviors leading to and post Nolan's death.
The amount of cover that Officer Tatum has run for those white kids, their families, and the authorities down there is insane. This man outright with no evidence, because the toxicology report hasn't even been released, accused Nolan Wells of being drunk and on cocaine.
And this person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using cocaine during this period of time. This person said it was 150%.
And this isn't the first.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Bro's a teenager. They're accusing, he is the victim. He's the victim. And they're accusing him of doing coke and weed. He's saying it's 100%. He's saying it's a guarantee he was on some type of drug. Like, that still explains, you feel me? All this other weird stuff in the story. This is disgusting, bro. Man. Profiting off of Black Death. A story as old as time, huh? America. Oh my gosh.
Time he's done this, anytime there is one of these high-profile incidents or cases, like the Carmack Belton case or the Carmelo Anthony case, he immediately attacks the black person and defends everybody else, even when he's dead wrong.
Stealing from the stove.
He can be heard being confronted by Rick Chow's wife and son
R.I.P.
about the water bottles and denying he took them. He's then pursued out of the store by Rick Chow and his son.
To see a black man blaming a black kid for his own death and caping so hard for the people that falsely accused him.
That just irritated me all again, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That just irritated me all again, bro. Like, I just feel something in my chest. I ain't even gonna lie, bro, because I'm like, nah, that's fucked up how he got off of that. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, nah, bro. That's so wrong, bro. Fuck that nigga, bro.
Killed him and then lied on him. It's just disturbing.
How do you get to the point as a 14-year-old boy carrying a loaded gun around with you, stealing from stores?
He shouldn't have had the gun, but the gun played absolutely no part in the encounter, as was proven in court.
Prosecutors asked if it would have been possible for Cyrus to have been turned around pointing a weapon. She said no.
Maybe that's a sincere analysis, but it's also consistently the analysis his audience is paying to hear. Look at Candace Owens.
Racially motivated police brutality is a myth. Stop selling us our own oppression. Stop taking away our self-confidence by telling us that we can't because of racism, because of slavery. I've never been a slave in this country.
Oh my God.
Stop telling us that we need to be obsessing over our past when we should be obsessing over our future and the potential that we have.
Years spent building a media career on the claim that
You have to correct the present. You have to correct what's going on first for people to really focus on the future. You get what I'm saying? It's hard to focus on the future when you still unwinding shit from the past. There's still stuff from the past that's being used against black people right now. Just like the 13th Amendment. But that's the foundation right there of prison labor. Blackness being criminalized. You know what I'm saying? Black codes. It stems from that. Mass incarceration. You feel me? Crack epidemic. Right? You could get away with arresting all black people because black people is associated with crime. They deserve to go to jail. Fuck it. I don't know what the nigga did, but the nigga did it. That's what they thinking. I don't know what that nigga did, but he did it, nigga. It's always guilty to proven innocent, man. Always, bro. Now you may run across some people who are fair. Maybe. But it's like, hey, man. The proof is in the pudding, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise. Now, I say all that to say, just because they thinking guilty to proven innocent, don't mean you think that. You feel me? It's crazy, bro. It's a lot of work to unwind, you know what I'm saying, the anti-blackness that's happening in this world, man. It's an active thing, bro. You can't bullshit it. You feel me? Because it's going to come out. There's going to be situations in which it's going to really show you where you stand? Like, where do I really stand on some shit? So, but you gotta be honest with yourself, though.
That systemic racism is a myth manufactured to keep black people voting Democrat. A whole documentary dedicated to reframing George Floyd's murder and the movement that followed it as fabrication.
And I'll always say this, her and Nick Fuentes are the ones that put the batteries in Kanye's back to go as far right MAGA as he did. Confederate flags and swastikas on clothing, MAGA hats, White Lives Matter shirts, anti-black statements.
You hear about slavery for 400 years? For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
Cozying up to white supremacists, becoming a...
Oh my God. I remember when he said that shit too. And I don't even keep up with Kanye like that. But it came across my timeline. I'm like, what? I said, nah, this is so crazy. But back then, I wasn't on that type of timeline I'm in now. So I didn't really think of it as deep as I should have. You feel me? I didn't approach it the way I should have, you know? But I was still like, nah, this nigga tripping. Like, that don't make no sense. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. I didn't know about Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes during that time, though.
Puppet for anti-black influencers like Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens, idolizing Hitler.
I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
And that George Floyd documentary was a pure example of that because Kanye took that and ran with it.
I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl.
That's not political disagreement.
What?
It's the erasure of video evidence millions of people watched with their own eyes. And it's not lost on us how often we watch the same figure build a life that mirrors the very community they've abandoned. Marry into the whiteness they spent their entire career trying to get closer to.
Yeah.
All of this to create children who will be perceived as being black, raised by people who think blackness isn't real.
People like Brandon Tatum definitely think black.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, the raccooning becomes a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And that's what separates the real raccoons from the little grifters that kind of drift off. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates the Candace Owens from like the shit. Damn, like the what's the one girl that did the full little blackface shit, being hella racist? Blondie. See, she almost killed me. Oh, the raccoonery is too strong. Blondie. Okay, so Blondie, the one that shit threw me off. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck it, come on.
This isn't real, but he is not raising black kids. He was very specific about that.
And I think about my kids. I'm in a blended family. I'm in a mixed family. Kids don't wake up every morning and be like, I'm black.
Here's why we called it out and why it's dangerous, not just annoying. It's dangerous because it doesn't stay contained to the one commentator's opinion. It gets cited, it gets clipped into evidence for juries of public opinion before real juries ever convene. Gives cover to policymakers who want an excuse to defund the exact interventions, healthcare equity programs, police oversight, border protections that the data says we need. Tells a scared, unsure white audience, you don't have to sit with this discomfort. A black person already told you it's not real.
Facts, which is how we get this whole crazy anti-DEI push with this administration.
So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs.
And black faces like Anton Daniels propagating lies that it pushed racism and was discriminatory against white people.
And actually, we're supporting and upholding prejudice, bias, and racist views that does not have any place in society. And is one of the reasons why we need to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion.
And it's dangerous because...
Well, maybe if the system wasn't built off it, we wouldn't have to counteract it with something like that. You get what I'm saying? Maybe if we evolved correctly, and as an evolved, the numbers showed. Yeah, we got less racists, there's no systemic oppression no more. That's not what the numbers say. The numbers still saying that we still arrested the most, but get exonerated the most. You get what I'm saying? So what's that telling me? There's some type of disparity in the criminal justice system, so we're not fair there. Education, the gap is still wide. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Income levels compared to other races. So what it's telling me is some shit's fucked up out here. Something ain't adding up. hey, we got all these rights, but what's going on? Like, I don't know. But what does the evidence say? The system is alive and well. Yes, there are people who, you know, we all got free will, so they're gonna do regardless. But we're not gonna act like there isn't things in place that incentivize people to do certain things and make certain life choices. That's all I'm saying.
Because it targets us too. It's engineered to make young black viewers doubt what their own families have lived through, to make Tuskegee, redlining, the maternal mortality gap feel like old grievances instead of ongoing facts. You can be conservative. You can hold traditional values and views. You can believe in bootstraps and small government. You can be very religious and still be black and still be one of us.
Thank you. My beef has never been with black people being conservative. I believe you can be a black conservative and still be down for your people and still support the black community. However, I draw the line at this administration. You cannot be black MAGA and care for the best interests of black people. Those two things don't align at all.
That was never the line. The line is whether you'll look at the evidence and lie about our experience, about racism, and about our history for a check and a platform. We're not confused about what that is. And that's why we will always call out, because you're not only a threat to your own community, you're the worst type of sellout to ever exist. We call someone a coon. We're not reaching for a word white people use to dehumanize us on minstrel stages. We've taken it back and pointed it somewhere else, at betrayal. Not disagreement, not politics, not even conservatism. Betrayal. It's a word for someone who watched us bleed for 400 years.
Honestly, bro, like, that's what and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, to be a raccoon, bro, is like, oh my gosh, like, what a life choice. Honestly, what a choice to make in life, man, because holy, that's a hill to die on. That's the hill you're choosing. I feel like people have very few hills that they're willing to die on in life, that they're willing to risk, you know, their public image for. And raccoon is one of them you choose, bro. 1 out of the 3 you choose is being a raccoon. Like, oh my God, that is so sick, bro. That is like, oh my God.
And decided the smartest move was to stand in the other side of the room and tell the ones holding the whip, we're exaggerating. You don't earn that word by just thinking differently. You earn it by knowing the truth and selling it anyway. By taking the pain of your own people and turning it into your own paycheck, your own proximity, your own seat at a table that was never going to set a place for you. That's not a difference of opinion. It's a defection. We've never had a shortage of words for the ones who defect.
I'm laughing because never gonna set a place for you is facts. Brandon Tatum has got his Negro wake-up call a bunch of times.
Why date someone paid by Israel who can't read?
Yeah, it's a shame. Brandon Tatum, he can't read. It's actually sad. I feel sorry for him. I think he's just embarrassed. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he feels embarrassed that he can't read. It's gotta be so awkward. Imagine you go with Brandon Tatum to a restaurant that he's never been to before, and they hand him a menu and he's looking at it. And he's like pretending to scan the words. And you're like, so Brandon, what do you think you're gonna order? And he's like sweating. I don't know. What you gonna order? And you're like, I don't know. I just can't make up my mind. What do you think? I got to go to the bathroom, man. I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Damn, bro. You let Nick Fuentes get on you like that, bro? At least have some standards for the ones you gonna let beat down on you. I feel like, bro, damn. I mean, I guess if you're a raccoon, I guess, you know, it doesn't really matter, but I at least think some raccoons that have some respect for themselves to not let Nick Fuentes talk to them like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you still a person, you feel me? You still have some dignity, I'm assuming, but if you choose to be a raccoon, all your dignity is gone. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Candace Owens got her Negro wake-up call when she started speaking out against MAGA.
And suddenly it was, you're an anti-Semite. You deserve to have nothing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be allowed to travel to Australia because you are akin to Adolf Hitler.
That's
the
crazy.
same people that gave me the platform.
Ironic.
These are really funny, man.
Wouldn't be on the brink of my seat. Look, the short and the thick of it is really thought.
Dude, 5 seconds in, I'm on the brink of my seat. It's like, dude, she doesn't speak English. She sounds like an immigrant. I feel like immigrants have a better grasp on English. She sounds like an immigrant, does she not? She sounds like fresh off the boat. I am on the brink of my seat. I am on the brink of my chair.
God, these niggas are racist as fuck. Oh my God. What? These niggas are racist. Holy. They really in it though. Like, that's crazy. Like, they really in it. They really living it. Well, maybe not living it, but they at least portraying it. Shit.
Like, you sound like an immigrant.
They will never be accepted. They will never be wanted. They are nothing but useful tools to the right. And they keep doing it because it enriches them and puts them on a bigger platform. Shout out to Adiv. I think that's how you say it. I love his videos on TikTok. I do think raccoons are genuinely harmful to the black community because they can create and propagate racist narratives against us that will be fully accepted as facts by a racist audience and regurgitated online to attack other black people with proof that they got from another black person. It's super harmful, especially for younger generations coming into social media that don't know fact from fiction. But shout out to my channel and Patreon members. Thank you so much for support.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Shout out Drew Almighty for the video. I'm telling you, bro. Like, we gotta, my gosh, it's hard, bro. Honestly, just teach the youngins the history, man. Teach the youngins the history. Always, you know, be pro-black. Don't let no anti-blackness slide. You know what I'm saying? Embrace them. Cherish them. Tell them you love them, because there's gonna be people out here that's gonna tell them that they hate them. There's people out here that hate them for no reason, just because they're black. So, you feel me? It's tough out here, man. And then the raccoons just add fuel to the fire, because they are allowing the racist rhetoric to go by. They're allowing it to have some backing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they quoting Officer Tatum in debates and shit and conversations, like. And you know Officer Tatum a raccoon, but it's like they just make their job even harder. You feel me? Because now they looking for similar faces. They already think you're a monolith. They already think we all alike. So they're gonna be like, okay, we gonna at least, if you're gonna think you're all alike, we gonna think you're all alike when it benefits us. So it is what it is, man. Raccooning is a career path now. So hopefully these niggas pay their taxes. I'm gone. Peace.